more information is coming out about the disgusting and vile nature of formerly known Kanye West, now known Ye, who not only said all the things we have heard and we've discussed already about the going, he called it DEFCON 3 on all Jewish people, and the things he texted to someone else, and the P. Diddy, there we go, and the that completely mixed me up. I was like, is that the artist that I'm thinking of? And then on top of that, the interviews he's done where he's just completely off of the rails. But now more information is coming out about how not only is he extremely anti-Semitic and all of those things, he's just a Nazi. He's just an actual Nazi and is obsessed with Adolf Hitler. Whoa. Look at from CNN. Several people who were once close to the artist formerly known as Kanye West told CNN that he has long been fascinated by Adolf Hitler and once wanted to name an album after the Nazi leader. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to cut this so you can't read the rest of the article, and then I'll read it in a second. Oh, Luke, maybe he's just fascinated at how evil of a character Adolf Hitler is, and he's not fascinated like he wants to follow that or admires those actions. But as it continues, a business executive who worked for West, who now goes by Ye, told CNN that the artist created a hostile work environment in part through his obsession with Hitler. Quote, he would praise Hitler by saying how incredible it was that he was able to accumulate so much power and talk about all the great things he and the Nazi Party achieved for the German people. You know, all those great things like murdering 6 million Jewish people. The executive left his position and reached a settlement with West and some of his companies over workplace complaints, including harassment, which CNN has reviewed. The former executive asked not to be named due to a confidentiality agreement and fear of retribution by West. According to the agreement, West denied the executive's allegations, I'm sure. The executive told CNN that West spoke openly about reading Mein Kampf, Hitler's 1925 biographical manifesto, and expressed his admiration for the Nazis and Hitler for their use of propaganda. The individual stated that people in West's inner circle were fully aware of his interest in Hitler. 4 sources told CNN that West had originally suggested the title Hitler for his 2018 album that eventually released as Ye. They did not want to be named, citing concern for professional retribution. Oh my goodness. So when you hear someone, and part of the reason that we call out so aggressively anti-Semitism is because if you're willing to say the things that he said publicly, clearly there is some dark stuff under the surface about what you really feel. Because people who think normally about the world don't process events in the way that Kanye West did, or Ye. And what I mean by that is we were watching the Chris Cuomo interview with him. And one of the things he said was, listen, all these executives in the music industry have screwed me over, and they were Jewish. And to him, he then takes that to say there's this huge conspiracy of Jewish people to hold me down, to oppress me, and that's why I need to go after them. A normal person sees a music executive who happens to be Jewish. Clearly them being Jewish has nothing to do with the negative actions you feel they took. But if you see the world through a Nazi lens, and I'm not using that term, I'm not broadly using that just to call anyone racist a Nazi. He's an actual Nazi, as we're finding out here. I think if you follow Hitler in a way of admiration and you respect him for what he did, you're a Nazi. That is when you start seeing the world in such a dangerous way, as clearly Ye does. And for him, everything that's happening right now, if you watch some of his interviews, it's bizarre. He describes everything that's happening as this big conspiracy of the Jewish media and the Jewish this and the Jewish that coming after him and trying to oppress him. And it's very scary. And it makes you wonder what the full extent of his ideology is, as someone who, hopefully it's diminishing, but has had such a huge following. So many people look up to him. So many people follow him very closely, that it's dangerous to understand this as his larger worldview. So it just keeps getting worse with Ye, and very disturbing stuff coming out of all of this.